Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to be eating, as you can see I've already started, some shrimp and potatoes, lobster tail, and some crab legs. And we're going to be drinking some Loco original cold brew coffee with coconut water. I don't know, never tried it before, so if my face goes a little, ugh, that means I don't like it. I think I'm going to make this channel telling my stories about just being a flight attendant. I won't be saying who I work for because we have a social media policy, so everyone says that, but sorry. These potatoes are called like nibblers. I got them from a grocery store called Wegmans. And they're pretty good. I'll cook all of this stuff myself. I have a sauce that I'm dipping it into. It's just like my own sauce. I know everyone likes to use Beloved sauce, but I didn't have all the stuff to make her sauce in the house. And this actually you could make probably with everything that you have in your house now. You don't have to go buy any like special seasonings. It's all pretty normal. Anywho, so I'm also pretty greedy. Everybody thinks it's just like so glamorous, like you get a chance to walk around with your heels.
I look pretty all the time. It's like not the case. Nobody ever sees us like in the bathroom wiping people's piss off of the floor or
saving grandma who decided to fly even though she knew she wasn't medically clear and now she's having a heart attack.
Or somebody that doesn't know they have diabetes.
This is lobster tail. I'm gonna try to eat this now. You know, they don't know about walking around, even though mostly we do get door service from like our hotel and stuff like that. But like sitting inside of the aircraft for maintenance delays while you guys think that we're just like having fun, we're not. It's boring too. But at the same time, it can be a pretty rewarding job. We all complain, but most of us like it because we get something called the flying bug, aviation flu. Once you start flying, you don't want to not fly anymore. It's just like not even an option. I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't use real butter. I ran out of the earth balance today, so I have to use half of like this avocado butter, so it doesn't really taste the same. It's like a good sauce, but it's not like phenomenal or anything, you know. But this lobster is pretty good. Anyhow, great example. My last trip that I went on, they drove us in a limo from one airport to the other. And to get in between these two airports, it's probably about an hour and 40 minutes, hour 30 minutes, hour 40 minutes drive with no traffic. And as soon as we get there, another aircraft that has been sitting there all night has a maintenance issue. So we get there, we're sitting around or whatever, and they're like, yeah, sorry you guys, we're taking your aircraft to give to another crew. We're gonna delay your flight until 12:30. So we're obviously upset because you mean to tell me that I had to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning to make sure to them to the airport by 4:45 so that I could take a 5 o'clock like pretty much Uber ride, an hour and 40 minutes to get here by like 6:45 to sit and wait until 12:30? Thanks. we're all like pretty pumped about this at this point. We're like, yeah, this is good. Let's go get some coffee and sit in the airport for the next 5 hours. So we don't see our pilots yet. It's me and the other 2 flight attendants just hanging out. People start coming up to us. And they're like, is this flight really going to go out at 12:30? Like, we're supposed to be going on a cruise. Oh, I'm going to miss my cruise. It leaves at 4. Meanwhile, in our heads, we're like, why would you leave the same day as your cruise? That doesn't make any sense. Leave out the day before. Sleep in the airport if you don't want to pay for a hotel. Most cruise ships, they're all the cruises that I've ever been on, they let you board early. So you don't have to wait until like 2 hours before disembarkation to like get on the cruise. Like they'll let you on at like 10, 11 o'clock. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should be a little bit more empathetic because the weather was really bad up here. And there were a few storms and a lot of cancellations. So I'm like, well, what if these people were trying to get out the day before and they just couldn't? Some of them were like, I need letters for my travel insurance. Mind you, this doesn't have anything to do with me. This all has to do with the gate agent. I don't handle any of this stuff. People come up to us and ask us questions all the time. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I can't help you. Literally all of this stuff has to do with our gate agents. We're sitting there and our pilots finally show up. Now, a lot of us have this rule. Well, a lot of airlines have this rule where if you're delayed, they'll get you a hotel, but only after you've been sitting there for a certain amount of time. Well, our pilots show up finally, get us a hotel, which they weren't going to give it to us. They don't give the flight attendants anything. The pilots are spoiled. They literally get whatever they want. Doesn't matter. We could have been sitting there for 2 hours and the pilots would have called and said, can I have a hotel? And they would have given them the hotel. Let's try this. Yeah, it's a solid okay. Not a no. It's just it's a okay. They get us a hotel. We are having a hard time getting the hotel coming to pick us up. So we have to hire an Uber. So we all pile like 1, 2, 3, 5 of us into like a crossover SUV with all of our bags to ride 20 minutes up the road to get to the hotel. We finally get there. Things are looking up. We get there just enough time to catch breakfast upstairs. We have enough time to take about an hour to nap. Things are like going pretty good. And we're like, wait a minute. Like, why are they telling the pilots that they don't have to be back until 2 o'clock, but like our van is at noon? So that's not okay. Because you mean to tell me that these same pilots that are flying with us don't have to show up until 2 o'clock, but we had to be there 2 hours early to do what? Just sit on the aircraft? We make a phone call to crew scheduling. They finally give us a call. The one flight attendant, they call her and they're like, yeah, we're getting you an Uber back to Boston so you can go home. What? She's a line holder. So me and the other girl are in reserve. So we're just stuck sitting there. So we're like, or are you going to have somebody else come down and like work this flight? Like, so what's happening? Like, is someone else, it's going to be like another hour and 40 minutes until another person shows up? Like, what do you mean? Like, she gets a chance to go home? Like, who's going to, what are we doing? So they call us. They're like, you guys are still going. We're going to send you to the airport. You know, they're going to fix it. It should be done in the next hour. Make your way over. All right. They sent us a link to another Uber. We Uber to the airport. We finally get there. And maintenance is working on the aircraft. And they say to us, hey, there could be 2 things wrong. First one's an easy fix. We're almost done. Second one takes a little bit longer. It might take us an hour or 2. We're like, okay. Of course, first thing didn't work, right? Put the second thing in. Second thing doesn't work. Mind you, at this point, it's 2:30. And just mess. So they're like, well, it has to be this last part. And The part that they replaced it on this aircraft actually came from another aircraft that it said the part wasn't working. But then they took it and tested it and said that it was working. Nonsense. But it's going to take us 4 to 6 hours. We're like,
What? We timed out. Sorry. Beep, beep, beep. Like, free service late. Oh, hi. It's time for us to go home. We need to leave. Things keep being expired.
it's 5:30 at this point, 5:30 p.m. We finally get an Uber back. Mind you, they still haven't canceled this flight. They're not canceling it. They shipped a whole other crew down to work this flight to Fort Lauderdale, whose new departure time is not until 10:20. Well, sis, you've missed Easter. You've missed your whole cruise. You've missed everything. You're not going anywhere. It's so bad. So, the Uber is back. And of course, we get stuck in Easter traffic, which was nightmarish. So instead of it taking us like an hour and 40 minutes to get home, it took us 3 hours. We didn't get back to the airport because when you start in base and then you end in base, we didn't get back to the airport until 8:30, almost 9 o'clock at night. So, while you guys think that you're the only people being tortured when flights cancel, that's not the case. The crew is being tortured too. I think next time I make a mukbang, I'm going to talk about a surgery that I have scheduled for June and how flying is going to affect that. It'll be a little bit more like detailed. It doesn't look like I ate that much, and I kind of really didn't. Just 2 claws and a lobster tail and maybe half a dozen shrimp and some potatoes, but I'm starting to get full. So hopefully I'll see you guys again next time.